What is up, Aries? How are y'all doing? I'm already dropping cars. I haven't even started yet. What's up, y'all? It's time for your weekly check-in. We gonna see what's happening with y'all in the 4th week of August. August week 4. Man, here we are getting closer and closer to that last quarter of the year, holiday season. Getting closer. So, you know that weekly check-ins are just a short, sweet, quick, general, energetic overview. If any of you need a personal reading, you can always go straight to my website, tarotwithrich.com. But I have a link for my website right down here in the description of this video. All right, let's just jump on into this, man. Let's just jump on in. Let's see what we can tell Aries about their situation and the person they're dealing with in the 4th week of August, universe. What's the energy looking like? How's the energy looking for Aries in the 4th week of August? Ooh, this is interesting. This is weird. What's going on here? You know what? This is kind of telling me that I'm feeling like a completely new love offer is being made. Honestly. I think a new love offer is being made that has nothing to do with the person you're dealing with. I think so. I think it's finally getting to a point where you're deciding to abandon this situation altogether and go explore other options. And from the looks of it, it doesn't take too terribly long before you're able to find another love offer, another love interest, and potentially fucking long-term commitment. What it's looking like to me. Queen of Cups reversed. King of Pentacles. 4 of Cups. Are you just over it? Done with it? Tired of it? I've been seeing that a lot here lately. A whole lot. Just getting tired of playing games, huh? Getting tired of waiting. Getting tired of being fucking disappointed. Tired of being let down. Just losing the fire, losing the passion. Ready to start new and start fresh. That's what it looks like to me. Let's see what else the universe got out there. What else the universe got in store for me, you know? And I mean, honestly, hey, I dig that. I dig that. Like if I was to just give my own personal advice, like when somebody asks me for personal advice, not like spiritual or tarot advice, but anytime somebody just in life asks me for like personal advice, I always tell them that my biggest fear is getting to my deathbed as an old ass man, looking back on my life in regret of all of the chances and the risks that I didn't take because I wanted to stay safe and in my comfort zone. You know, all the doesn't matter what it is, places I could have seen, people I could have met, or relationships that I could have had, you know, and wondering what would have happened if I didn't waste my time trying to force this thing to work. Whatever it is, doesn't matter if it's a relationship, a job, a friendship, whatever. I'm afraid of looking back in regret, wondering what would have happened if I didn't try to force something to work. And what else the universe could have had in store for me, you know? So that's just my personal outlook on it. Looks like that's what y'all are doing here. Some of you dealing with a Taurus. I also have Cancer, Aquarius, Could be anybody. Those are just energies. Okay. That came out quick. There wasn't much of a lead up to that, was there? Boom, right straight out the gate. Let's see the person you're dealing with's feelings, energies, and intentions for you. Person Aries is dealing with, what are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Boom, devil card. Does that surprise you? Maybe some of you could be dealing with somebody that has some sort of addiction issue, maybe. Not always, but that's usually the most common way that that energy likes to manifest itself. But either way, maybe all they really know how to do is connect with you on a sexual level. But service to self. Let's just put it like that. This person is a very service to self type individual, where at the end of the day, it's all about me and what I want. So, I don't know. This individual here feels like a very confused individual with the Two of Swords, Ten of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Now, are some of you dealing with somebody that appears to be very confident? I don't want to get too specific here, but that's the vibe that I'm getting here. Somebody that really wants to appear confident. Like they got it all together. They know what they want. You know, they don't want you to know how lost, confused, scared, and broken they really are. So it almost like, I don't know, this is such a strange energy here. Now, again, going back to just personal advice, just this energy to deal with somebody like this, I have a couple of times, and time to scoot that aside. Anytime I've ever dealt with somebody in this energy, that's just me. But yeah, I don't really think this person has solid intentions, you know? And that can be just as bad intentions, right? Because it's not just black and white, good intentions or bad intentions. There could be somebody that doesn't really have intentions. They're very indifferent and unclear and uncertain as to what they want. But, I mean, with that devil card there, at the end of the day, service to self is their intentions. So that pretty much tells you everything you need to know. They're very guarded towards you. I think you intimidate them. I think so. Whatever, let's just get the advice. It looks like we got the outcome in the first spread. Let's get the advice. What's the advice for Aries? Judgment. Time to make a solid decision, one way or the other. Well, before I say that, let's see what comes through. Oh, yeah. Eight of Cups, Judgment. Seven of Swords, dude. Time to make a solid fucking decision, and this is telling me that it's time to fucking walk away from this. That's what this is telling me. That's not my interpretation. That's what this is telling me. Judgment as advice. Judgment, Eight of Cups. Now, maybe we could dig this up a little bit deeper too. Whatever decision you make, you need to stand on that decision 10 toes in. 100%. No going back. There is no wavering. There is no changing my mind. Jesus Christ himself could come down from heaven in a ball of light and tell me this person has changed. They have good intentions. They really want to be with you. No, no, nope, no, 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 no. When I make a decision, it's final. This is a final decision. Final decision. No going back. Because, like I said, this does not look like somebody that serves your highest good. Not somebody you can trust. But, moving forward, don't attach yourself to anyone. Don't attach yourself to anyone. People will come and they will go. As you begin to make that vibrational shift from the frequency you're on now to the frequency where you will vibrationally align with your divine life partner, there's lots of frequencies in between that. Right now, you're tuned into 93.1. Your divine life partner is on 107.7. The human body can't shift vibrations too fast. It can't. It'll kill it. It has to happen slowly. There are no exceptions to that. Now, maybe some people can do it a little faster than others, right? But even the fastest vibrational shift is still a slow process because your body has to adapt to it. Your body can't be shocked with a vibrational change overnight. Your heart wouldn't be able to handle it. Your blood vessels in your brain wouldn't be able to handle it. So just know that you're shifting from 93.1 to 107.7. Yes, people will come, and as you shift out of that vibration, they will go. And then as you make it into the next frequency, people will come, and as you shift out of it, they will go. People will come and go, and come and go. You have to allow that process to happen. I'm not saying cut everybody out of your life. What I'm saying is when you start making a vibrational change, people will be pulled away from you. Allow it to happen. Don't force it to happen, but allow it to happen because it will. And yeah, Ace of Wands, like I said, last spread, you're already doing that. So, yeah, okay, cool. Well, I think I'm going to change it up for this week. And rather than looking at the person that you're interested in, let's see what's coming in next. What is it that is due to come in next for the singles? What's coming in next? Uh-oh. How did I know? How did I know? Well, this is one of the main reasons why I shifted from reading what's coming in next to reading what's going on with the person you're interested in, because the overwhelming majority of the time, you're going to be tested, especially when it's time for you to level up. I think your emotional independence and your emotional integrity and your independence all the way around is going to be tested. So you're going to be faced with an opportunity to connect with somebody that in some way mirrors some sort of lesson that you've learned over your past however many people you dealt with. Yeah. High Priestess reverse, there's going to be a test. You'll be tested. Now, don't freak out when I say that, because first of all, we all go through that. Nobody levels up without being tested. Second of all, you're never tested with anything that you haven't been through before. And third of all, when you're tested, it's usually something that's pretty easy to avoid if you really wanted to. It's most of the time it's not something that your life unfolds in such a way that it's very difficult to avoid, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I think you'll be tested. And usually it doesn't tell me this. Even in a personal reading, it usually doesn't tell me this. because it's a test. I can't tell you too much. But I do think that your emotional independence will be tested. So you'll more than likely connect with someone that makes you feel really, 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 really fucking good. Really fucking good. And then you'll see a red flag. You'll see a big red flag. Like, for example, you connect with somebody and it's the most explosive feeling you have felt maybe in your life for some of you. And then you're thinking, oh my God, this is my fucking person. Oh my God, this makes me feel like nothing I've ever felt before. Oh my God. And then you find out that they're still in a relationship, or they're separated from their child's other parent, baby mama, baby daddy, but they're sharing a house together, or something like that. And it's like, big red flag of some sort. That's just an example. On a personal level, it'll probably be some kind of red flag that you've dealt with in the past, and then the question will be, are you able to see things clearly and make the decision that needs to be made? Or do you cling to this person because they get you high like a drug, Okay, cool. That's interesting. It usually doesn't give me that much information when we're talking about being tested. All right. Well, let's see this person's feelings, energies, and intentions. Page of Swords reversed. Not a very good communicator. Three of Wands. Ooh, Lover's card, Devil card. Some of you could be dealing with somebody that has an addiction issue. I think this person is ready to find a life partner, but this is the type of person that wants to have their cake and eat it too. This is the type of person that holds serious double standards, where they are willing to do things that would not be okay if you did it to them, type shit, Let's use the example of still in a relationship, right? And you find out about it, and you get pissed, and they justify it. They justify it for themselves. And then you get caught just talking to a friend. Let's say you're a female, you get caught talking to a male friend, through a comment section or something like that. And then this person gets jealous. All right, jealous? First of all, this person's just my friend. You're already in a fucking relationship. You're actually with somebody else. And you will get mad at me for talking to someone? Yeah, it's okay for me to do what I'm doing, but it's not okay for you to do what you're doing. That double standard type energy? That type of situation is a lot more prevalent out there than you would know. So, yeah, very self-serving. Again, service to self, kind of like what we talked about earlier. Hey, good example, perfect example. Whenever you meet somebody who's very self-serving, service to self. Now, don't get it twisted. This is a slippery topic because we live in a dimension of duality. There is a time and a place for everything. You never want to be too much of one or too much of the other. There's a time and a place to be selfless. There's a time and a place to be selfish. There's a time and a place to be giving, and there's a time and a place to tighten it up and think about yourself. The key is understanding when to switch into which mode, But service to self people are of service to only themselves. And they don't care how bad they hurt others, right? So that's what I'm talking about here. I'm not talking about somebody who is being of service to themselves when it's necessary and when it's called for. This person's service to self across the board. I don't care what it does to you. I don't care about who I hurt. It's all about me, you know? So, yeah. Okay, well, now advice is slippery too. Again, because it's a test. Let's see what advice will come through. What advice can we give Aries? Don't ignore red flags. Don't ignore the truth. Really, about the only thing that I can say is it doesn't take long for a cycle to form. Doesn't take long. It's really easy to find yourself stuck in a situation where things aren't quite going the way you want them to go, and we just kind of sit back and just wait for things to get better. Just kind of wait for things to change. And hey, you may take action towards trying to make change and you get a bunch of pushback. So you just kind of sit and wait. For example, at least probably 10 times over the month of August, I've done a reading for somebody who's dealing with a love interest. And when you get one of the general personal readings from me, there's a couple little boxes that have some options you can choose from. When we look at your love interest, it asks, does this person know that you're interested in them? And how long have you been dealing with this person? And are you in contact currently? So this person knows they're interested in you. You've been dealing with them for 9 months. 9 months. 9 months? So you've been dealing with somebody that knows that you're interested in them. And they've just been letting that hang for 9 months. Do you really think that if you just hang back and wait, that's going to change by itself? If it was going to, it would not have taken 9 fucking months. Depending on when this person found out you were interested, if they really wanted you bad enough, it shouldn't have even taken 9 fucking days. You know? So the only thing I can really say is once you start noticing those red flags, and we're talking about big red flags, big, like, narcissistic, hypocritical red flags, like big ones, big, not just, little discrepancies like actions not matching your words and stuff like that. I'm talking about the big shit, double standard type shit, narcissistic type shit. If you just hang back and wait, that ain't changing. If you take action towards trying to correct something and you get major fucking pushback, well, that tells you right now what it's going to look like with this person. That cycle, about a 99% chance, is going to continue repeating itself. So the question is, how long do I wait before I step back and say, nah, fuck it, I'm not doing this. Not doing this. That's the question. How many times does a person show me who they are before I believe it? How many times how long should I have to sit and wait to see if this is going to correct itself and straighten itself out? This is a test, remember. Remember, that means that you are leveling up. Okay? All right, well, I feel like those were the messages that my Aries family needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is all down here in the description, all right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.